Welcome back to Top Moments TV today. Get ready because we are bringing you some intense moments and tech adventures that are not for the faint of heart. Dangerous things are waiting ahead. Buckle up and jump right in. In the middle of the muddy scene, a car was helplessly stuck deep in the mud, the wheels spinning hopelessly. It seemed like there was no way out, but then a hero appeared, a giant excavator, towering like a god. With its strong arms, the excavator gently lifted the car, placing it safely back on the ground. The engine roared, mud splashed everywhere, creating a spectacular rescue scene. The giants of the road, the silent warriors of the economy, heavy-duty trucks are not only a means of transportation, but also a symbol of strength and durability. With powerful engines roaring, they crush every road, conquer every terrain. The rain poured down. The highway turned into a shiny black mirror, slippery. The giant truck roared, rushing like a steel monster, the wheels grinding against the wet road. The driver skillfully controlled the steering wheel. Each turn was decisive, as if challenging death. Every time the wheel wobbled, the viewer's heart skipped a beat, afraid that the car would lose control and plunge into the bottomless abyss. In the middle of a chaotic construction site, a giant excavator roared like a ferocious beast, its powerful crane extended, digging deep into the golden sand. Each heavy bucket of sand was scooped up, dumping it loudly onto the shiny black truck, creating resounding collisions. A terrifying explosion shattered the silence. Flames erupted from the car, consuming everything around it. The intense heat forced the onlookers to back away. Amidst the fury of nature, two giants of steel faced the raging flood. The raging water seemed to want to swallow everything, submerging the once peaceful road. The first truck floundered, roaring helplessly, its wheels spinning helplessly. It seemed like it would be swept away by the raging water, but a glimmer of hope appeared. The iron monster roared, grinding its teeth. Each giant wheel seemed to want to tear the ground apart. The thick black mud swallowed half the body of the vehicle, but could not subdue the driver's strong will. Little by little, the giant truck inched through the sticky mud, leaving behind deep tire tracks like a trophy.
Tá em cima de um atolador daqueles, hein? Ali o bicho pega, tá? Ali é água com força. O homem tá botando pra render. Ali se vacilar, afunda. Tá levando bastante, mais ou menos 2 metros de fundura de barro mole. Ó. Ó o esqueminha, como é que faz.
In the middle of a vast field, where heaven and earth meet, a metal monster is writhing in a deep mud puddle. The giant tractor, which used to be a symbol of the farmer's strength, is now powerless, stuck in the slushy mud. A majestic scene unfolded before our eyes where the vast river gently embraced the lush green banks. The giant ferry, like a resilient steel monster, slowly approached the shore, creating a bridge connecting the two banks. The truck laden with coconuts suddenly sank deep into a swamp of slushy mud. The wheels spun hopelessly. The body of the truck shook violently. The driver was worried, sweat pouring out like a shower. A treasure trove of coconuts was in danger of being buried in the vicious mud. Just then, a savior appeared, a mighty excavator. The giant trucks, seemingly invincible, were struggling on the slippery road like a giant sheet of ice. The wheels crunched on the wet road, mud splashed everywhere, creating a dramatic display of strength and fragility. The steel monsters are roaring, gnashing their teeth on the endless roads. They are heavy tractors, giants of the transportation industry, carrying huge equipment, massive machines, giant components that are overwhelming just to look at.
Saya sukses melintasi kilo 4. Tengok tuh rodanya bosku. Bisa sama-sama kita saksikan bos. Ini multi excel mengangkut trafo
The huge truck, loaded with long, winding iron poles, swayed violently as its wheels fell into the sinkhole in the middle of the road. The engine roared and screeched with tension. Every fiber of steel vibrated violently, as if it wanted to tear the frame apart. The driver gritted his teeth, his hands gripping the steering wheel tightly, trying to keep the iron monster from tipping over. Under the harsh sunlight, the mechanic with calloused hands worked quickly. Sweat beaded on his tanned face, but his eyes still shone with high concentration. The wrench in his hand was like a skilled dancer, gently unscrewing each screw.
Oke, lanjut bosku.
In the chaos, when a huge garbage truck burst into flames, threatening to spread and endanger the surrounding area, brave firefighters quickly took action. With courage and professional skills, they rushed into the sea of fire, fighting tirelessly to control the fierce fire. A giant metal monster roared, crushing the wide road under its massive tracks. The massive tank, a mobile fortress, moved slowly but powerfully, belching out black smoke. The loud engine noise echoed, drowning out the whistling wind, causing the ground to shake. The iron beast roared as it charged down the dirt-covered slope like a raging beast. Dust billowed, swallowing the entire truck, leaving only its ferocious headlights to cut through the night. The grinding sound of the engine, combined with the crunching of gravel under the wheels, created a wild symphony of power and destruction. In the middle of the bustling city, a giant convoy of trucks is slowly moving forward. On the back of each truck is a part of a giant iron bridge frame, towering up like steel monsters. Those iron frames, with their massive size, occupy the entire surrounding space, making viewers overwhelmed. The tanker truck trudged along the rough, slippery dirt road. The wheels crunched into the soft soil, creating long, winding tracks like giant snakes crawling. Each step of the ox was laborious, the muscles bulging under its shiny skin, trying to pull the heavy truck forward. The grinding of the wheels combined with the heavy breathing of the oxen created a solemn country melody. Dust flew up with each turn of the wheels, covering the surrounding landscape in a hazy layer. The ox cart swayed and rocked along the ledges, like a boat teetering on the open sea. The red dirt road writhed under the pouring rain, turning into a death trap that swallowed the giant trucks. The wheels dug into the mud, roaring in despair. In a moment of seeming helplessness, the team spirit of the drivers shone through. Imagine a giant metal monster towering over the vastness of a coal mine. That is the coal excavator, a technological marvel of extraordinary power. As tall as a multi-story building, it stretches out its giant steel arms, roaring like a beast, grabbing tons of coal with each bucket. The huge truck roared, struggling to get out of the deep, slimy quagmire. The wheels spun, splashing mud and dirt, leaving dirty streaks on the body of the vehicle. The roar of the engine mixed with the screeching of the wheels created a chaotic soundtrack in the middle of the wild nature. The roaring engines, the military convoy marched forward like a mobile steel fortress, instilling confidence and protection in people's hearts. The massive tanks, the majestic armored vehicles lined up on the road, creating an overwhelming force, ready to protect the fatherland. The steel beast crushes the land, the undisputed king of vast fields. With its roaring engine, its giant plow rips through the land, turning barren fields into fertile, loose soil. struggling on the challenging muddy road. The thick mud swallowed each wheel, causing the vehicle to jump, slide, and sway as if about to flip over. Thank you for watching my video. If you like these eye-catching scenes, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next exciting content. See you in more exciting videos about dramatic off-road vehicles.